Welcome to the second hour of the Mike Nowak Show with Peggy Malecki. This hour is brought to you by Bartlett Tree Experts. Every tree needs a champion. Go to bartlett.com. Here they are again, Peggy Malecki and Mike Nowak.
All I need is good food to eat and make me healthy, wealthy, wide awake. Lettuce, tomatoes, root and bacon. What about those sweet potatoes? All I need is good food to eat. All I need is good food to eat.
Well, here we are. All met here in the studio for the holiday special. It's a Wonderful Slice of It's a Wonderful Life, cast of thousands.
Thousands.
And they're all here. They're all in the studio, all except, and look at the graphic we've got. It's snowing in Bedford Falls, which is so great.
It's not snowing here, but it's snowing in Bedford.
That's true. That's the, okay.
What was that?
That was Andrew.
Rich connecting in. That was.
That's Rich.
Oh.
Yay! So
Rich
he's on the brick. I don't think he's ready yet. So.
Okay.
No, that's fine.
God is checking in with us.
Has entered the building.
God. There you go. Here we are with I was looking this up yesterday, and it's really terrifying when you go online and you can find videos and audio from 10 and 20 years ago with your name on it doing this bit. And then I realized I started the bit in 1988. All right. So, excuse me. So we're at 31 years and counting here. This is really terrifying. And I found an old video of myself perform. Yes, Bill.
And this is your level of organization after 31 years? I'm astounded.
Bill, this is
and your point would be?
This is
I can't work under these conditions, Mike.
All right, you may leave right now.
He stomped out of the building already.
Because I have played all the roles in this, and I know all the roles. So even if you're not here, the show will go on. And you're the guy with the show about showbiz. Come on, man. That's Bill Turck, by the way, from Playtime with Bill Turck and
Kerri Kendall.
All right. And right here on WCGO at 1 o'clock, 1 to 3, we also have in the studio Justin Kolovsek.
Yes.
From Gabby Road.
He got it right.
All right.
Put this thing
Kolovsek. Bonnier. Justin Kolovsek. And Hannah Stanley is
so
here.
Easy. Yes, so easy.
Say hi, Hannah.
Hi.
Hi, Hannah.
Also
Hi,
from
Hannah.
Gabby Road, now from 11 to 1, right after our show. And they talk about all kinds of good stuff. As I mentioned, Bill talks about showbiz and writing and the arts, and it's and a lot of other stuff. Beer as well.
A lot of other. I always have a good craft beer in the studio.
We also have Ron Cowgill from Mighty House. Lean into the mic there, Ron. Say hi.
Good morning.
It's good to have you here on the show. Hey, what's on your show next week, Ron? Oh.
It is a recycled show next week.
Okay, so they'll be on.
Recycling.
In case you don't know, Mighty House is moving to a different kind of venue as of yesterday. Will be strictly a YouTube and podcasting kind of operation, and you can still catch them. So go to mightyhouse.net. And you can find that. Who else have we got? We've got Andrew Merschel, who's our intrepid engineer.
Hi.
And he's playing.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
He's too busy in there.
Busy guy.
Are you going to be able to handle those roles, Andrew?
I am, because I think I played similar ones last year. I remember that.
Okay.
So I think I got him. I was reading through the lines, and it makes sense. I was like, I said this before, so that's good.
And Ellie Sanchez is in there, too. Are you going to come in here, Ellie, or are you going to do it in there?
Hello, I can only barely hear you right now. Can you put on?
She needs headsets.
But we can hear you.
That's
I
okay.
can hear you now.
But Ellie's playing a couple of roles too, and so here's the cast. Have we got?
And there's a disembodied.
Is God
Rich
up,
Cowgill
up
somewhere?
there? Is God ready yet? No.
Well, God connected briefly, and then he sort of went away, and then he connected again. So
that's how God works in mysterious
communication.
ways. Just letting you know.
And we have a listener who wants to know why Ron is not wearing his festive red Ohio State sweatshirt.
I wasn't sure if I was going to have a red background, and then I would just look like a floating head. So that's you can't wear red in the studio.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Here's the tough part. When we come back, last year we had 17 minutes to do it. This year we have 15. So we're going to get right into it. We got a hard break coming up now, and then when we do this. So when we return, it's a wonderful slice of It's a Wonderful Life. Stay tuned.
Christmas, Christmas time is here, and Christmas songs you love to hear. Thoughts of joy and hope and cheer, but mostly shopping, shopping, shopping. Christmas, Christmas time is here. The sleigh bells and the red-nosed deer. Songs and songs we love to hear, all played 1,000 times each year. Heard this same song 20 times, and it's only Halloween. It's not even cold outside. Christmas, Christmas time is here, and Christmas songs you
I would love to play that all the way through, but there's no way because we have to get on with the business at hand. We're missing God, so God will be played in studio here. I can't believe we're missing God. How does that happen? Well, given
It's the state of our nation.
There we go, folks. Thank you, Hannah Stanley. All right, stand by for the 31st year.
Drum roll, please.
I feel really old. All right, here we go. It's a wonderful slice of It's a Wonderful Life. Da-da-dun, dun, da-da-dun, da-dun, dun, dun, da-da-da-dun, dun. Hello, Joseph. Trouble?
A lot of people are asking for help for a man named George Bailey.
Joseph, send for Clarence. You sent for me, sir? Yes, Clarence. A man down on earth needs our help. Sir, if I should accomplish this mission, might I perhaps win my wings? Clarence, you do a good job with George Bailey, and you'll get your wings. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
See the town?
Hey, who's that?
That's your problem, George Bailey. That's him when he was 12.
Help, George, help!
Hang on, Harry.
George saved his brother's life that day.
Mr. Potter. Who's that?
That's Henry F. Potter, the richest and meanest man in the county.
Mitch McConnell? Mr. Potter, what makes you such a hard-skulled character? You can't begin to spend all the money you've got.
Oh, I suppose I should give it to miserable failures like you and that idiot brother of yours to spend for me.
It's not a failure. You're not. You're the biggest man in town. Bigger than him. Bigger than... Get cut off.
Everybody.
Everybody.
George Bailey, I'll love you to the day I die.
Oh, I can't see it. Oh, hello, Mr. Grauer.
Whoa, that wasn't supposed to be there. Let's try this again. No, it's still
Hello,
there.
Mr. Grauer.
Okay, let's try this instead where I go, capsules. And then young.
Oh, yeah. Don't hit my sore ear again. Don't hit my sore ear again.
Genuine English cowhide combination locks. Fitted up with brushes, combs.
Nope. I want a big one.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bailey.
Hello, Violet. Hey, you look good. That's some dress you got on there.
Why, this old thing, why, I only wear it when I don't care how I look.
Boy, oh boy, my last meal at the old Bailey boarding house.
You wouldn't consider coming back to the building and alone now, would you, George?
I want to do something big and something important. Pop, I think I'll get dressed and go over to Harry's party.
Hee-haw!
Uh-oh, Sam Wainwright. Well, hello.
Hello.
And dance by the light of the moon. Hot dog, just like an organ. Mary, I know what I'm going to do tomorrow and the next day and the next year and the year after that. I'm shaking the dust of this crummy little town off my feet and I'm going to see the world.
George, come on home, quick. Your father's had a stroke.
Now we come to the real purpose of the meeting, to appoint a successor to our dear friend Peter Bailey.
Therefore, Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to dissolve this institution and turn its assets and liabilities over to the receiver. Just remember this, Mr. Potter, that this rabble you're talking about, they do most of the working and paying and living and dying in this community. Well, is it too much to have them work and pay and live and die in a couple of decent rooms and a bath? Anyway, my father didn't think so. People were human beings to him, but to you, a warped, frustrated old man, they're cattle. Sentimental hogwash.
George, they voted Peter Potter down. They've appointed George as executive secretary to take his father's place.
I'm leaving right now. I'm going to school. This is my last chance. Uncle Billy here. He's your man.
Oh, whoa, look. My wild Irish rose. Oh, sorry. I'm okay.
I know. He didn't go.
That's right.
Hello, Mary. I just happened to be passing by.
Yes, so I noticed. Well, Are you coming in or aren't you?
Well, I'll come in for a minute.
Would you like to sit down?
All right, for a minute.
Would you rather leave?
Now you listen to me. I don't want any plastics, and I don't want any ground floors, and I don't want to get married ever to anyone. You understand that? I want to do what I want to do, and you're, oh, Mary.
George.
Don't look now, but there's something funny going on over there at the bank. George, I've never really seen one, but that's all the earmarks of being a run.
If you close your doors before 6 p.m., you will never reopen. 3, 2, 1, bingo! We made it! Close the door, we made it. Look, we're still in business. We still got $2 left. A toast to Mama Dollar and a Papa Dollar. And if you want to keep this old building and loan in business, you better have a family real quick.
I own the house. Me, Giuseppe Martini. I own my own carbon neutral house.
Bailey family's been a boil on my neck long enough. Well, I suppose I'll find out sooner or later, but what exactly did you want to see me about? The point is, I want to hire you. George, I'll start you out at $20,000 a year. The answer's no. No, doggone it. You sit around here and you spin your little webs and you think the whole world revolves around you and your money. Well, it doesn't, Mr. Potter. In the whole vast configuration of things, I'd say you were nothing but a scurvy little spider. And that goes for you, too.
Now, you've probably already guessed that George never leaves Bedford Falls.
No. Joseph, now show him what happened today.
8,000. Whoops.
We've got to find that money. You have a line.
I'm no good.
Where's that money, you silly, stupid old fool? Where's that money? You realize what this means? It means bankruptcy and scandal and prison. One of us is going to jail. Well, it's not going to be me.
Hello, darling.
Hello, Daddy.
Hello, Daddy.
Must she keep playing that?
Daddy, the Browns next door have a new car. You should see it.
What's the matter with our car? Isn't it good enough for you?
Excuse me.
Excuse you for what?
I burped.
Hello, Mrs. Welsh? Say, what kind of a teacher are you anyway? Hello, who's this? Oh, Mr. Welsh. Okay, that's fine, Mr. Welsh. Give me a chance to tell you what I really think of your wife.
Daddy, how do you spell hallelujah?
How should I know? What do you think I am, a dictionary? Tommy, stop that. Stop it. Janie, haven't you learned that silly tune yet? You play it over and over again. Now stop it. Stop it. Well, what's the matter with everybody? Janie, go on. I told you to practice. Now go on. Play.
Daddy! Must you torture the children?
Is Daddy in trouble?
Yes, Pete.
I'm in trouble, Mr. Potter. I've got to raise $8,000 immediately. You once called me a warp-frustrated old man. What are you but a warp-frustrated young man? Miserable little clerk crawling here on your hands and knees and begging for help. No securities, no stocks, no bonds. Nothing but a miserable little $500 equity in a life insurance policy. You're worth more dead than alive. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you, George. I'm going to swear out a warrant for your arrest. Misappropriation of funds, malfeasance, manipulation, Minneapolis, all of those really big M words.
Why you drink so much, my friend? Please, go home, Mr. Bailey. This is a Christmas Eve.
Bailey? Next time you talk to my wife like that, you'll get worse.
Ah, look what you did. My great-grandfather planted this tree. Come back here, you drunken fool.
Hey, what's the matter with you? Look where you're going.
Help! Help! Well, who are you then? Clarence Oddbody, AS2. AS2. What's that AS2? Angel, second class. Well, why'd you want to save me? Oh, that's what I was sent down for. I'm your guardian angel. Well, you look about like the kind of angel I'd get. What'd you say? I said I wish I'd never been born. Oh, no, you mustn't say that. Wait a minute. Joseph, you've got your wish. You've never been born. What I need's a couple of good stiff drinks. How about you, Angel? You want a drink? where's my car? I beg your pardon? My car. I'm the fellow that owns the car that ran into your tree. You must mean 2 other trees. You had me worried. One of the oldest trees in Pottersville. Pottersville? Why, you mean Bedford Falls. I mean Pottersville. Well, come on, Gabriel. Clarence. Mulled wine, heavy on the cinnamon and light on the cloves. Off with you, my lad, and be lively.
Hey, look, mister, we serve hot drinks in here for men who want to get drunk fast, and we don't need any characters around giving the joint atmosphere. Is that clear, or do I have to slip you my left for a convincer?
Uh-oh. Every time you hear a bell ring, it means that some angel's just got his wings.
That does it. Out you two go, through the door or out the energy-efficient window. Hey, get me! I'm giving out wings!
You're crazy. That's what I think. You're screwy. You're driving me crazy, too. I'm seeing things here. I'm going home and see my wife and family. You understand that? And I'm going home alone. Ernie, take me home. I'm going off my nut.
Where do you live?
Well, now, doggone it, Ernie. Don't you start pulling that stuff. You know where I live. 320 Sycamore. Now, hurry up.
All right. 320 Sycamore. Crazy. Watch him, Bert.
Bert! Ernie, what's the matter with you two guys? You were here on my wedding night. You both of you stood on the porch and sung to us. Don't you remember? Mother, this is George. I thought sure you'd remember me.
George who?
All I know is that this should be Bailey Park, but where are the houses? Gone. Where's Harry? Dead. Where's Mary? Virgin. You're not going to like it, George. Where's Mary? Where is she? Where is she? She's just about to close up the library. There must be some easier way for me to get my wings. Mary, it's George. Don't you know me?
I don't know you. Let me go.
Mary, please. Oh, don't do this to me. Please, Mary, help me. Where's our kids? Stand back. Help me, Clarence. Please. I want to live again. George, hey, what's the matter? Now get out of here, Bert, or I'll hit you again. Get out of here. What the Sam hell you yelling for, George? Bert, do you know me? Hey, your mouth's bleeding. Are you sure you're all right? My mouth's bleeding, Bert! My mouth's bleeding! Zuzu's pedals. Zuzu, there they are! Bert, what do you know about that? Merry Christmas! Yay! Hello, Bedford Falls! Merry Christmas, Movie House! Merry Christmas, Emporium! Merry Christmas, you wonderful old building and loan! Hey, Merry Christmas, Mr. Potter! Happy New Year to you in jail!
Merry Christmas, Daddy.
Kids, Janie, Tommy. Zuzu, get a little closer to the microphone. My little ginger snap, how do you feel?
Fine, not a smidge of a temperature.
George!
Oh, let me touch you. Are you real? You have no idea what's happened to me.
Come on, George. Come on downstairs. Come in, Uncle Billy, everybody.
Mary did it, George. What's that? She told some people you were in trouble, and they scrounged all over town collecting money.
Harry.
A toast to my big brother George, the richest man in town.
Should old acquaintance be forgotten, that our ad libs somehow
Zuzu, get up to the mic. Zuzu, get the mic. Get in the mic. Sing lower. And Zuzu says,
Look, Daddy, teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
That's right. Attaboy, Clarence. For all lang syne, my dear, for all lang syne. With the music coming out. We'll take a cup of kindness yet. We're old lang syne. We'll be right back.
Okay, now I get to use it.
All right, we're out.
Hello, everybody. We're Fleming John.
Hello.
And we want to sing for you this evening one of our all-time favorite holiday classics. Sleigh bells ring.
Thank you.
Are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight. We're happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the rain, snow is glistening. What do you think I saw?
You told me you wanted me to play
Yep.
one of my favorites. This is one of
Oh,
my
yeah.
favorite Christmas carols of all time.
That's where you start playing the steering wheel, too, when
Yeah.
you're driving. Yeah.
So welcome back to the Mike Nowak Show with Peggy Malecki, and now we're all still in the studio. Time to do the postmortem. Has
Wouldn't let us leave.
I know. We locked the doors.
lock-
We tried.
Lock the doors. It's a very threatening Christmas.
What, Hannah?
What did I miss?
I'm healthy. It's okay.
No, he reached over for a water bottle, and I'm like, I thought that was mine, and I might have drank some of that. So
well,
we'll see.
You were just worried about the vodka in it.
Yeah, that's why
It's
it
like being on a
tasted
prison
funny.
tier in here, man.
I'm like, wait, I thought I walked in with that water bottle. I don't know. None of us
I
know.
don't know.
Well, for people watching on Facebook, wait till you see what Rick DeMaio is going to look like.
The weather from Bedford Falls.
And if you're not watching on Facebook, go tune in because we are in Bedford Falls right now.
Yes. Oh, yeah. We got to thank Andrew for our wonderful holiday scene. Great stuff.
Mr. Overachiever, as usual.
Yeah, exactly. What's he going to do on Saturday mornings now, Ron? I
think he's going to sleep. Which I think he needs.
Did they give you a schedule yet, Andrew?
Yes, that deal has been done. So I'm gonna come later, but I'm
You
still
get to sleep in.
Yeah, thank you. My parents will be happy about that one.
Don't have to drop him off here. at
You'll
5
be
in the
happy
morning.
about. I won't be getting emails from him at 4 a.m. on Saturday anymore.
No, you won't.
Where's the spot log? How come you haven't sent that to me yet?
Like, what are you doing up at 4 in the morning, dude?
But hey, let's reintroduce the folks in the studio here. Of course, we've got Peggy Malecki, but we have Ron Cowgill from Mighty House. Hey. Justin Glovesek from Gabby Road. Justin, he's just in time. And Hannah Stanley from Gabby Road. What are you guys
Hello.
talking about today?
Oh my goodness, Tim Kazurinsky is on from Saturday Night Live and Police Academy. We were just talking about, and so many other great things. He was actually the Wizard and Wicked in the touring company. So yeah, he's on to talk about his former cast member Eddie Murphy, who was on last night.
Right? Did you guys watch that?
I did, and you watched it.
I did.
Yeah.
So what was your reaction last night?
The new bits were awesome.
The cold open was, yeah.
Yeah, the new bits were really good.
You know when they try just too, it's like, yes, we're going to bring everything back.
Every single one, right? Every single
that's
one.
That's what I'll say.
But the new bits were awesome.
Yes, but the new bits. But the new bits.
And your cohort Fred is watching right now from Cambodia.
Cambodia.
What the heck?
I know.
That guy's like,
No, it's hard to be Fred.
nobody wants to be Fred, right?
No.
Nobody.
Well, Fred,
Yeah, well,
where is that one?
I'll find it. But it's going to be here, right here.
But the new bits were awesome.
And in honor of Fred.
You knew the job was dangerous when you took it, Fred.
Okay, there you go.
Yes.
We got to always play
There we
that
go.
whenever we're talking about Fred. So, well, good. Tim Kazra, is he going to be right here in the studio? Or
He is here in the studio. It is, of course, the 45th anniversry of Saturday Night Live this year. It's also the 60th anniversary of Second City. So we have,
holy smokes!
yeah, we have Jen coming in from Second City to talk to us about all of that, and really a comedian friend of ours who hosts a podcast. So it's a whole bunch of what theater in Chicago has meant to the world comedically.
You know, you're stealing Bill's turf here.
Yeah.
The whole showbiz thing.
Just broadening the message.
I've been looking down the entire show here.
Bill, would you like rebuttal?
You know what? Anyone who talks about the arts and theater in this city, we're behind 1,000%.
Yeah,
not
agreed.
enough conversation here. By the way,
yes,
the arts, theater being important to that, the arts generates 1/14th, and this is a lowball number. 1/14th of the entire U.S. economy, $768 billion.
Wow.
Holy smoke!
Yeah.
And how much?
Which is why it's
Give that-
good
give
that the
that-
new bits.
Give that quote
are
again.
good.
$768 billion that the arts generate in this to the U.S. economy, and that's a lowball number. That's a very lowball number.
And that's really, we haven't factored in all the Lin-Manuel Miranda money. So that's totally, that doubles it.
Wow, and you know what Barack Obama says about that?
That makes no sense.
Okay. But that's great. So this is why we need to cut back on the arts. We need to cut,
Yes,
PBS funding and NPR funding as much as we can possibly do.
Well, the city of Chicago just celebrated the year of Chicago theater, and they invested $3 million into local theater. Just in the taxes alone on Uber and parking and people going out for drinks and dinner before and after, they more than made back their money. So it was a net positive investment for this city. You can't say that about many things in this city right now from a budget standpoint, but the arts make money.
Recycling.
And that's why we do the show.
And that's what they're doing with so
that
many of
was-
the old bits.
I
It was
know.
the recycling.
And by the way, speaking of theater,
Hannah,
we have
Hannah, let it go, let it go.
Speaking of theater, and it's a wonderful slice.
yes.
We have an original play in our second hour today.
Yay.
Santa, you're fired.
But do you notice that none of us were invited to be a part of it?
Well, if you listen to our bit, that's the reason. Okay.
Because I respect you more than Nowak does. I'm kidding.
If you listen to how, and by the way, folks, if you're listening now, that was not rehearsed. I bet you couldn't tell. That's always the danger of it. We go into it each year without a rehearsal, and
It just wouldn't be the same if we rehearsed.
Ron Cowgill, you're awfully silent, awfully quiet back there.
I hang out in the background. That's what I do.
I got to tell you, you guys don't know this, but Ron decided to tear apart my house just before the holidays.
Yeah, wasn't that fun?
Yeah,
I did it to my house too, just so you know.
Really?
Oh yeah.
What are you doing on your house?
Repainted the entire first floor, so that means everything got ripped out. All the bookcases got emptied. All the pictures came off the walls.
Everything moved.
And ours too.
Yeah,
we're putting it
destroyed. I destroyed 2 houses a week
Oh,
before
my
Christmas.
goodness. Right, and so we're living in squalor on the first floor, and it's like a hoarder's nightmare because we had to take everything from upstairs and move it downstairs so that they could rip out the plaster and lath and blow in insulation, and then drywall, and there's dust on everything, everything in the house.
And
right
we
now.
had 2 air scrubbers running and plastic up, and that dust
It
still
still
gets
goes
everywhere.
everywhere.
No,
Oh, yeah.
I went the smart way and just decided to rip up one room of carpeting at a time. But yesterday I hauled in 55 boxes of flooring. So that's in my dining room.
So why is everybody doing their home improvement
Because
during
we
the holiday?
have time off from our regular day-to-day jobs, so now I can put in
yes.
4
Time off?
rooms of flooring.
Time off.
Time off?
I'm
What?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't either.
No, no.
I'm in the middle of caroling season. I'm off to the Morton Arboretum when I'm done here today.
Oh, lovely.
I'm singing today and tomorrow at the Morton Arboretum at their Illumination.
Mhm.
Apparently they're sold out. So if you want tickets,
Too bad.
I'm actually
The lukewarm owls, or did I get that right?
What?
The
Lukewarm owls?
the semi-frozen sparrow. Well, I'm sorry.
the Frozen Robin.
That's right.
Yeah.
Something
Thank
like
you.
that.
That's
You were
right.
close, man. You were close.
Go back in the corner where you were standing.
I call them the thermally challenged avians. Okay.
What did somebody say over at City Grange? It's the Frozen Robins and what about Batman?
Oh, something about Batman. Batman and Robin. Anyway, listen, thank you guys for doing it. Here's the sound effect that never made it into it. It didn't make it into it last year because I was setting up the sound effects, and then we found out that Rich Calgill wasn't going to be available, so this never made it in for Stand Back. Okay, that would have been nice, but that's okay. Thank you guys all for being good sports and coming in and being part of this. Now you've got one under your, well, Ron's got several and Bill's got several under their belt, and it still doesn't help.
It's on my resume.
Yeah, no, it doesn't help at all.
I'm off to Habitat for Humanity, so we'll see you later.
Okay. When we come back, Rick DeMaio, whether he's going to appreciate his image on the Facebook screen. It's the Mike Nowak Show with Peggy Malecki. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Mike Nowak Show. I can't keep this nose on. Where are those hairs coming from on that microphone? I have no idea.
It's like some synthetic something exploded on this microphone. And static electricity is pulling it all in.
It's terrifying. Let's go to our meteorologist, Rick DeMaio. And Rick, there are a lot of people unhappy with you today.
And the reason is because why?
Well, some people are happy that it's going to be 50 degrees.
Yay!
Okay, Peggy's not unhappy with you. Some people are unhappy that there will not be a white Christmas in Chicago.
Oh, from that standpoint. Oh, yeah. We're getting used to that by now, aren't we?
And there was a report that came out. I don't know if you saw it recently. It was a prediction of by, I don't know, it was like 2030 or I think 2050, which cities were less likely to have white Christmases. I saw the one that struck me was the city of Montreal, and it was going to go from
really?
Yeah, it was going to really dip for some reason, and I don't have that in front of me. If I can track it down while we're talking, I will tell you. But it just listed all the different cities, and most of them will have fewer white Christmases as we move into the middle of this century.
I don't know. I mean, I still see that part of the United States, the Northeast, New England, Southeast parts of Canada, which is obviously not the part of the United States, still being cold. I don't see them being impacted by the warming of the oceans and the atmosphere because they're so kind of far north. I see Montreal and Ottawa as not having much of a. The only thing I see them having more of is probably more storms. People probably forget that the greatest single natural disaster ever in the history of Canada was the 1998 Canadian ice storm, which just basically took down the city of Montreal and Ottawa with about 4 inches of ice. And that was during an El Nino year. And whenever you have El Nino, you have these long transports of moisture from the Pacific Ocean and the Gulf that go all the way far northward. They were still cold, but it wasn't snow. It was just ice. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd have to look at the report, Mike, and see exactly what they were talking about without just saying.
Peggy called up. Where's
this
that?
This is the Montreal Gazette, and I'm looking for the whole list. But a study they came out with, this is from the 19th, said that by 2015, Montreal will only have one day in December with a snowfall of more than 0.25 centimeters.
I found, and it's
by 2050.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, I don't believe that at all. Sorry.
It's a thing called, and if people want to check it out, it's called the White Christmas Index, and
here we are. Yeah, Helsinki, Toronto.
Oh yeah. Average number of days in December with the snowfall greater than a quarter centimeter. And then they list them.
Quarter centimeter or 0.25 centimeters.
Right, 0.25.
Yeah, that's basically an inch. Yeah, 0.25
It says projections show Helsinki's December snow days could be down to 2 centimeters by 2050.
Yeah.
So they're
Well, we'll see.
Well, right here it says Brussels, Belgium, 2009 to 2013 had 4. By 2050, they say 0. Calgary goes from 7 to 3. Montreal goes from 12 to 1. Ottawa goes from 12 to 3. Toronto Toronto stays the same. Some of them actually stay the same. Beijing stays the same. Zagreb, Croatia goes from 4 to 1.
You know, the odd thing about global warming is we've actually seen more snow in the northern tier states. And when I mean northern tier, I'm talking, northern sections of Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, even northern areas of New York and New England have seen more snow. What we are also seeing is the days that it's on the ground are less. So if you look right now at parts of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, they've had nearly 80 inches of snow so far this year, but with the mild weather coming, they're going to probably lose half, if not 75% of it. And they were already 44 degrees yesterday in Marquette, Michigan. So this is one of the things that we have to think about with climate variability is not what so much as the change, like the less number of days of snow, but the less number of days of snow that you have snow on the ground. So, and I still get really irritated by this because if you walk around outside on a day like today and you ask people, are they worried about climate change or global warming? They'll go, no, I love it. I love when it's 50 degrees on the 22nd of December. But if you go to the people who run Chestnut Mountain or Lake Geneva, where they have that 298-foot hill that they call a ski resort, or the UP of Michigan, where they're most likely going to have to worry about slush and they won't let people take snowmobiles out, those are the people going to go, yeah, we're worried because it's an economic thing from a standpoint of it hurts their bottom line. But right now, the city of Chicago is loving it because you have a lot of people walking around down at Kris Kringle Market, whatever they call it down there in Daley's Plaza.
Right.
This is actually good for the economy. So you got to be really careful about how you phrase certain aspects of climate change and global warming. And I say this over and over again. This is good for business and it's bad for business.
Got it. All right. Yeah. Well, and it's as we need to. What one of the things we've lost in the world is a sense of nuance. It's either all white or all black, but as you know, in meteorology and science, there are shades of gray, and you have to. It depends on the situation.
Right, and I was out with a bunch of people the other day. We were having some holiday drinks downtown. They were all meteorologists, of course, and 6 of the 8 people there worked in commodities, and they were talking about how the warm weather coming up is terrible for people who own, stocks in natural gas and in heating oil, because right now the demand for that is going to be down low. And you look at other parts of the economy where it actually was helpful. So again, it really all comes down to the bottom line on how it affects the economy. So again, when I hear reports about, I don't mean to be a Grinch here, but when I hear reports about less days of snow, that's really not it. It's not so much how much snow you're getting, but how much it's on the ground and when it's on the ground. So here we saw all the snow across the UP of Michigan, but yet you're getting to the point where everybody is trying to enjoy it and not to be able to.
All right, we need a 10-second forecast here.
Nothing but 40s and 50s around here until next Saturday, guys.
Okay, great. We'll talk to you next week, Rick, and then celebrate the new year. Thanks, man. All right, thanks to everybody on the show, and especially the wonderful Slice people.
Real butter.
Try that for your holidays. Until next time, go green or
go home.
I slept through the whole thing.
Well, you didn't miss much.